What is good, cut people, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Babalam2, and in today's video we're going to be talking about why Trippie Redd has delayed officially his deluxe album of Neon Shark until early next year, so 2021, when it was actually supposed to drop the week after Pegasus dropped, which I believe dropped on Halloween or the day before, that is. But yeah, so I guess this deluxe album that he's dropping, which is a rock album, is more so going to be promoted and marketed as its own separate album. But we'll get into that a little bit later, because Pegasus, I think, was somewhat of a flop in Trippie's eyes. I'm not saying Pegasus was bad, because all the Trippie fans, I'm not hating at all. I actually liked Pegasus a lot, like most of the songs, even though a lot of people were saying it's trash. But it did leak like months prior, like the whole thing, track list, every single thing was the exact same, and so everybody already had the album before it even hit streaming platforms. So at the least, that somewhat affected album sales, especially because a lot of the people that already heard the album didn't need to stream it after that. But the leaking community isn't that big, so that couldn't contribute to the low album sales that much. But in all reality, everybody's down. I mean, Trippie Redd, even in this XXL interview that we're going to talk about now, wherein he admitted or announced that Neon Shark is dropping later than expected, he said that his label was actually worried about coronavirus and the whole pandemic affecting its album sales, because rappers can't be selling out shows or merch bundles anymore because the Billboard organization changed the rules, so you can't sell merch and then count that as like one album, whereas hella rappers were doing that back in the day. I mean, Astro World with Travis Scott, he sold 250k albums strictly off merch and 250k or so just off streams. And streams, you have to get like 1500 streams to make one album, which is obviously much harder than selling one like sweatshirt or something like that. So both of those reasons affected the album sales sharply with every single artist that's dropped this year. We've already gone over that artists have roughly been affected by like at least 1/3 of their average album sales for previous projects, and that's why Pegasus only ended up selling like 60k or so, because all the albums are only based off streams. So likely that's the main reason why Neon Shark has been delayed a little bit. I mean, we just got the vaccine like last week or so, so that should be administered and distributed within the next couple of months, and then artists can start selling out shows and getting up more hype and make more money off of their albums, even if they're not making that much money off streams. For a ticket, it's probably like 20-30 bucks, whereas an album stream only gets you like 0.06 cents, or maybe it's 0.6 cents, but still the point remains. So also in this interview that I'm talking about with XXL, Trippie Redd mentioned that he just wanted to give fans a fresh breath of Pegasus, let that shit breathe, and then, you know, the holidays are coming up, whereas Christmas and Thanksgiving, and people aren't really paying attention to music. They're kind of just trying to chill with their family, especially in hard times like these, where, you know, they don't know if they're going to be able to pay off their next bill. They just want to enjoy the good times with their family before reality sets in once again early next year. Also, he mentioned Mariah Carey specifically, which takes me back to the point of low album sales, in which he mentioned Mariah Carey, her holiday music and holiday album. I don't know if it's a whole album, but All I Want for Christmas Is You, that always hits #1 every year nowadays with streaming. So there's almost no point in even trying to compete with that when your numbers are just gonna be completely killed by Mariah Carey, because that's pretty much like the synonymous song for Christmas music nowadays. And I'm not gonna lie, that shit flames. Someone gotta remix that. Maybe Cardi, Uzi, Trippie, Juice WRLD. Unfortunately, Juice WRLD can't actually, but somebody gotta remix that shit and put a little flair on it, and you'll get hella sales. Doesn't even matter if you get any money off of it, you'll still get the clout off Mariah Carey holiday music. But yeah, Trippie Redd said the top of the year, expect Neon Shark. I don't even think it'll be dropping in January though, because what I think actually happened is his label 10K Projects probably was like, alright, we'll let Pegasus drop since it's been leaked completely already, so it's like, why waste all this money that we've put into the project when people already have it? We need to drop it very soon, when they were planning on probably dropping it after Corona was over, just like every other artist. But then after it only sold like 60k first week, which is, you know, probably expected, or maybe a little lower than they previously thought, because A Love Letter to You 4, which was his previous project before that, sold like 104k, but again, Corona, so like that's not even that big of a deal. That's pretty good sales in this climate. And then they switched up the plans of the week after deluxe Neon Shark, because it just isn't worth it at this point, especially when people are saying Pegasus flopped. Now the perception of Neon Shark is Trippie Redd's gonna flop again. Now they're probably gonna promote it as its own separate album, make a whole like new listing of music videos and promotional material for the Rockstar Trippie Redd, which is way different than the Pegasus Trippie Redd, which looks like Tarzan on the cover art showing off his ding dong. But yeah, personally, I'm actually super hyped for Neon Shark. I think that Trippie Redd has been getting a bad rap this past year, people saying that he fell off and shit like that. Like, of course he doesn't sound like his old self, but I still think his music is fire. Like, I don't know why everybody's doing this to him, but I guess that's just like how the life cycle goes with artists. They pop off for a few years and then they slowly decline. Maybe Trippie Redd will get a hit though very soon. I really hope so too, because I fuck with him heavy. But that's about it for today. Let me know in the comments why you think Trippie Redd delayed Neon Shark for so long up until next year, and probably not that early next year. Make sure to like and subscribe. Peace out, quite a people. Know what I'm saying?